1.5 pack. Fuck. Let's go. See kung kaya na natin. Ha. Ba yun? Oh, there's a one up here pala. I think sa simula. I never got it pala, no? Oh well. Where are we going about? Baka dapat itry ko yung ginawa sa speedrun. Dito nag-BFG para ubos agad yung Mancubi. Na blood punch ko yung father. Okay, so my approach is flawed. Okay, attempt 1.5 siya kasi ginawa ko, ni-rest mode ko to kagabi para makatulog. So I put it on rest mode so I get some fucking sleep. Morning LA. Like, wala kasi save. Yep, I had to put it on fucking rest mode last night. It's nuts. Ang sakit na ng ulo ko with this fucking stage. Anyway, after this, I'm gonna I'm gonna rest up, and then David is gonna stream at 1:30. So. It actually wouldn't be so bad if I had more BFG shots. Like, if I had 2 and then the 1 pick up here and dali na nito. Should have chainsawed those fuck nuts pala putang ina. And now I'm really screwed. It's funny kasi walang plasma rifle ammo dito na pwedeng i-pick up. Thinking of trying to get that one up here, I just don't know how. Medyo sleaze bag yung ginawa ko ngayon, but hopefully we can clear this na in this attempt. Wait, hindi nag-trigger yung saving throw rune ko. It's equipped naman eh. Dapat mag-ipon na muna tayo ng bala. Okay, paano may laman yung ano natin. May pambaril tayo. nagsispawn yung archviles? Oh my god, mali yung ginawa ko. Okay, medyo okay na sana eh. Simple application eh. At least hindi ko pa nagagamit yung 1-up, so we gotta refill our fucking ammo first, though. Wait, ito yung secret where the BFG pickup was kanina. Where we refill some of our ammo para we can get a few shots in. Oi! Shit! What a waste. Uy, puta. Wala masyadong fodder. Ah, shit. Oh. Hey. Tado. Okay, babay one up. Dapat nagawa ko na kanina eh. Hindi ako nagkalat. Sayang one up. Seriously? Save the health. Get some of these. Get the BFG pickup. Shells hindi pa kailangan. Oh, music, start. Fuck. Nakakabwisit dito, minsan di nagtitrigger yung encounter. That's 3 dead tyrants. Ay, fuck! Oh my god, hindi pa nag-latch on. I'm out of super everything. Just one. Just do 2 more. Parang wala ng archviles. Napatay ko na ba? Hindi ko napatay ko na eh. Wala na nagsasummon. The Baron's still here though. The Baron's still somewhere. I don't think I've killed it yet. The Baron's dead too. Wait. Did I do it? I think I did it. I didn't leave that. I think I did it. I did it! I fucking did it! Suck my nuts after 7 hours. Tangina. Teka lang, pause muna. Let me just take this in and take a big hit on my vape. Ay. That felt good. Sinusumpa ko na tong game kagabi. I mean, like, you know that level of frustration where you feel like you're on the brink of tears? Eto na yun. You love the game na ulit. Okay. Parang sa Neo lang. Fuck this game, it's so fucking stupid. It won't give you what you need. That's when you get the drop. Oh my god, this is the best game ever. Ay, putang ina. Finally, putang ina. The speedrun video helped a lot. That's where I figured out where to use the BFG shots.
The hellified barrier has opened. This air shaft will provide access to the generator's control terminal.
Okay, so it's just the escape part and then... Yun na. Wait, am I supposed to drop down now? Ay, nako, natapos din. Yeah, I thought so din, Vin. Oo, putang ina, 7 hours na yata to. Fuck this game, my god.
The generator is now at full power. You can now use the main console to destroy the heart.
Sinusumpa ko na to kagabi, pero yun nga, yung level of frustration na on the brink of tears ka na sa inis. Ay, nako. Pero like I said, it's difficult. It's, you know, tooth grinding, fucking controller breaking difficult. Pero hindi siya ano eh. Hindi siya unfair.
Warning. Main generator.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Main generator overload. Please proceed to the nearest emergency exit.
Am I even going the right fucking way? Where am I? Where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, bro, 7 hours yun. I started at 6:30, I ended at 12:30, and then there's this stream which has been going on for a bit. It's hard. My god. Isipin mo, Dave can do it in mga 30-40 minutes. Tapos the speedrunner sa PC did it in 10 minutes and like 2 seconds or something. Putang ina. No glitches yun, ha? May skips pero walang glitches.
Warning. Main generator overload. I repeat, main generator overload. Please proceed to the nearest emergency exit.
Ay, gago. Where am I going? Obviously not here. Hindi ko makita kung saan. It's funny kasi I have no idea where I'm going. Hindi ko na maalala. Putang ina, mali pa yung ginamit ko.
Main generator overload. I repeat, main generator overload. Please proceed to the nearest emergency exit.
Ah, there, okay. Come on, give me fodder. Oh my god, no. Yeah, this is where I'm going.
This facility will self-destruct shortly. Please save your work and walk calmly to the nearest exit.
Ay, yun na eh! Yun na eh! Yun na eh. Okay lang, medyo gets ko na yung path. You know, Nightmare doesn't really matter that much if you have a lot of time and patience eh. Parang ano lang eh, law of averages lang eh. Magagawa mo eventually eh. Oh my god, wrong grenade.
Generator overload. I repeat, main generator overload. Please proceed to the nearest emergency exit.
Oh, fuck. Marauders pala yung nag-a-attack sa akin dun sa tiny ass corridor na yun.
Warning, main generator overload. I repeat, main generator overload. Please proceed to the nearest emergency exit.
Ay, gago. Having a sword here would be nice, pero
Warning, main generator overload. I repeat, main generator overload. Please proceed to the nearest emergency exit.
oh my god, gusto pa pinatay yun. Unless it's parang self-imposed Ultra Nightmare, hindi pong if you die, you start over, pero you have the luxury of being able to ano, kasi parang ang hirap eh.
Warning. Main generator overload. I repeat, main generator overload. Please proceed to the nearest emergency exit. This facility will self-destruct shortly. Please save your work and walk calmly to the nearest exit.
Oh my god. Ah, I did it. We're done. Fuck this game. Ah. Putang ina, super horror nest. Ay nako. Fuck. Super horror nest. Okay, we did it. Finally. Man of sheer fucking will. Mamaya, sheer fucking skill. Ay, Diyos ko. We're done. We're fucking done. Finally. Putang ina, this fucking game. It makes... That experience made all the other modes look so easy. Like, it made even DLC 1 look medyo madali by comparison. Kasi, DLC 1 kasi had possessed demons and shit. And it had that fucking blood maker. So, you know, mahirap pa rin. Pero, it makes... it makes all the other content look like a joke eh. Pag tinry mo yung difficulty na yun, ang hirap. Fuck. It's just batshit crazy encounters. Ay. Ang dami ko pang kulang, oh. Ay. Did I get any new custom stuff? Icon. Ooh, you have different icons you can use. Nice. Ano maganda dito? Saan si Marauder? Best friend ko. Si Archvile. Eh. Walang Marauder na icon. This one's cute. I think I'll use that one. Title. Wala bang Marauders bitch? Garden partier. Ayan. Wait lang guys ah. I'll probably continue to practice. Pero siguro I can try the limited lives mode. Pero ano eh. Hindi, I need to get better with encounters and ano eh. I mean, I can't rely on sige, I'll play it once and suck at it and then I'll go back and be really good at it. Hindi ano eh, hindi pwede. I need to be able to wing it. Kumbaga parang kind of like playing an instrument if you're jamming with friends and then, you know, you don't know what you guys are going to be playing. You just play based on whatever the fuck's going on around you, diba? So parang kailangan ganong level of of familiarity. Menu background. Ah, you can change it pala. I like the Sentinel Village. It's nice. Marauder, si best friend, si bestie. Hey, Paul. Yeah, we just beat it. Ayun na lang pala yung escalation na hindi ko pa nagagawa. Yung sa unang-una. Fuck nuts. What a wanker. Pero you know, guys, the funny thing is, I haven't actually finished vanilla. Hindi ko pa napapatay si Icon of Sin. I stopped nung nandun na ako sa second phase niya, and then I got bored, and then Dave was like, hey, you've practically beaten the game now, why don't you just play the DLC? So tinry ko na yung DLC. I don't know kung may Ancient Gods 3 pa, kasi you basically kill the Dark Lord sa Ancient Gods 2. But if there is, like, more DLC content, and I hope there is, before they go into development for the next title, I am absolutely 100% willing to pay for it. It's a great game in spite of all my rage sa game na to. It's a fucking good game. I mean, masaya, and although it gets extremely frustrating a lot, ano siya eh, like I said, it's not the kind of frustration that it's bad design or it's shitty mechanics or it's just straight up unfair. Everything has a solution eh. Like yun, kagabi, I was doing basically everything I could to clear that final encounter, and I was just, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to bed, I'm going to play tomorrow. Tapos pinanood ko yung speedrun na sinend ni Dave, and that's where I got the strategy na ginamit ko to actually clear it, which is BFG. Doon ka dapat sa may 3 keys eh. BFG mo into the horizon doon to kill everything, and then it'll spawn the three fuck guys, and tawag doon, the revenants, and then you deal with it, and then you have to keep all of the tyrants on one side. Parang ganun. Sa PC ang bilis niya eh. He was walang moment na he wasn't attacking, so I kind of had to adjust, parang tweak that strategy to match yung skill level ko, which isn't anywhere near that, So basically it was, run laps around them and keep them all in one place para anything I do that has splash damage, damay, ganon. And then the Archvals, it was pretty much just winging it. I don't even know how I killed them. Hindi ko napansin na I did, But anyway, regardless, yun yung sinasabi ko na there's always a solution to every encounter. Parang it's extremely difficult, it's annoying, pero it's never unfair or poorly designed. Lahat siya, na it was designed. In the back of your mind, you have to constantly remind yourself na this was designed in such a way na it can be cleared. It's not like, okay, let's make this guy 10 times tougher than he normally is, and then let's throw him in an arena na may acid or whatever. Hindi siya ganun eh. Parang every encounter requires you to think and use yung tools at your disposal. Minsan you get fucked, like yung double marauders dun sa acid pool kagabi, which is the second to the last encounter dito, I got fucked kasi limited ammo ako. So instead of being able to maximize my first damage window, I can only do, let's say, parang 80% of the possible damage, and then I have to refuel my ammo, which is difficult kasi the other marauder is coming at you from behind, diba? So situations like that kind of force you to change your strategy, and so it's not the game's fault na wala akong bala. Maybe the poor design there was, sana there was a means to refill my resources before that encounter kasi mahirap eh. So it would have been nice if they gave the player a bit of a fighting chance, But then again, that whole area is supposed to be challenging, So after they give you all those pickups done, you get to play around and take a bit of a breather. Biglang they throw you into a really hard fight with 2 of the strongest enemies in the game and hardest to kill, diba? So ano siya eh, annoying, yes. Hair pulling, yes. Teeth grinding, yes. Pero never unfair. Yun yung na-enjoy ko sa kanya. Kaya in spite of all my salt sa game na to, ano siya eh, when you clear it, you feel a bit better about yourself, And knowing that there's always a solution to every encounter makes it even more fun. Parang if you're dying that much, you're doing something wrong. Diba? What I was doing wrong there was how I was dealing with the enemies. I was thinking of dealing with them as individuals instead of dealing with them quickly. Kumbaga, you don't have to be a speedrunner, pero you have to be efficient in how you deal with everything. Sabi nga ni Dave sa comments kahapon, don't get too focused on the one way that you know how to deal with this enemy, because the auxiliary enemies, now everything else around it, fodder, other heavy demons, other pressure demons or aerial demons or ambient demons or whatever, no, the other demons around it force you to change your strategy a little bit. Like, let's say yung Mancubus encounter dun sa part na yung may mga revenants that are rocketing you from afar, and then there are two Mancubi. Sa simula there are two Arachnotrons, and then there are two Mancubi and two Cyber Mancubi. Normally the Mancubi would be easy to deal with, no? Parang grenade, rocket, flamethrower mo, and then chain gun them to death, no? Pero they're all in one tight area. Tas may pain elemental pa, so he limits your aerial movement, and also your approach to dealing with them requires you to be a bit more mobile and use the environment a lot. Si Vin pointed out nga, and si Dave din, na why don't I meat hook yung revenants instead of climbing the wall? Kasi nga naman, climbing the wall leaves me vulnerable kasi I cannot defend nor attack when I'm there, diba? So meat hooking, you have to consider mobility options and all that. Ang dami, there's just so much to consider, and that's what makes every encounter so fun. Parang each arena is like a mini boss fight now when you're playing on Nightmare and on the master level. So parang wala no other game has this kind of immersion when it comes to yung combat niya, and yung forcing you to learn how to use the tools you have available to you. Everything is just so properly designed, no? Parang everything is deliberate. Nothing feels like an accident in the game. And I could talk about it for hours because it's just, yung experience ko with this is probably unique compared to other players. Because other players, like si Dave, no? Skilled na sa FPS to begin with. Ako, hindi naman ako FPS player. Borderlands ako, and Borderlands is basically like FPS Diablo, no? You get good gear, chances are you can kind of fucking destroy anything, diba? Dito, wala talagang will and skill lang yung magiging you walk into it with only will and or skill, and the rest of it is you learn as you go along, diba? Like, I've gotten a bit more efficient with dealing with marauders, kaya yung encounter with double marauders and all, they don't bother me as much as they used to na, kasi I can deal with them na, especially with the new patch na may Tweety Bird sound na pag stunned siya. At least in my ear, I can tell, okay, yeah, I stunned him, he's open, let's get off a few shots before we start looping around and trying not to get hit by his axe or whatever, diba? So, ang ganda lang ng paggagawa, and it's a huge disservice to yourself not to try the game. If there was ever a game that was worth spending on, eto yon. Whether you're a fan of the genre or not, this is just top shelf stuff. It's not your run of the mill AAA title na parang, okay, we're a big gaming studio, let's put out this piece of shit and people are gonna buy it kasi yung pangalan natin naka-attached doon. Hindi. And admittedly, a lot of the franchises that I enjoyed before were, they had one or two games that were good, pero this is just, perfection. Talagang execution, everything from conceptualization to implementation to actual execution. Ang galing. Ano talaga? huge fucking disservice to yourselves not to try it. Barring any personal health issues like motion sickness, or you have vertigo, or you have bad eyes or whatever, no? It's just really something else. Si Ben, natatawa ako. Not going kang promo guy ng devs. Hindi, kasi I think the reason why I love it so much is because I got the best out of it. My personal background walking into the game is the kind of background that a person who would get maximum enjoyment from it if they commit to the game would get, diba? Parang, the players like Dave kasi are unang-una naturally good at games, pangalawa already good at FPS. So, while it was still obviously challenging for him kasi namamatay pa rin siya paminsan even on Ultra Nightmare, he didn't get 100% kumbaga out of it in terms of the learning, in terms of the journey, kasi he didn't start from level 1. He entered the game mga level 10, level 50, ganon. Kasi nga may ano na siya, may legacy skills na siya from other similar games and yung natural aptitude niya for games, ganon. Whereas a player like me who just fucking sucks at FPSs, I didn't even want to play it, diba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo nung una, I was like, oh well, David's been telling me it's good, let's give it a shot. Sige, fine, I'll play it once a week, and fuck it, I'll play it once a week, stream it for the guys, pero I'm not gonna, I had already, kumbaga, made up my mind na hindi ko siya ma-enjoy. Kasi FPS hindi ko naman genre. Pero when I started it, 30 minutes in, I was like, God damn, this game's fun, di ba? Tapos, I sucked at it pa, and then unti-unti, you get better, and then inangat ko yung difficulty level. And all. Si Dave kasi yata started the game on Nightmare agad or on Ultraviolence. So, kumbaga, that just shows na he already had the skill to take the game on na ganon. So, yung enjoyment ko really came from a know-nothing, like a total scrub, to getting, progressively better. Hindi, I wouldn't say great at it, obviously not, no? Pero getting to a point where you can comfortably enjoy the game and sort of, even if you get your ass handed to you, nandun pa rin yung enjoyment. So I can say talaga na this, I got the most out of the game that a new player could possibly get. The last Doom I played was in 1990, 3 with my dad on a fucking old ass PC, diba? Parang yun na yung huli kong nilaro na Doom. I never played any of the other Dooms. And I'll admit, I was a kid. I was playing it with IDDQD and IDKFA active all the time, no? So parang I was just mowing everything down. Dito lang ako nagka-appreciation for the challenge of the game. Kasi nga, it is what it is, Crazy. And Vin, tapos ko na yung Hollow Knight. I played it on the Switch maybe about a year ago. I played it when it came out. So yeah, I was happy na dumating siya dito sa PS4, and it was free, and I got it. So I'm pretty happy that happened. Masaya siya. It was hard to play on the Switch, and I don't think I did all the DLCs. Hindi ko napatay si ano eh. See the guy who looks like a vampire, yung DLC guy na yun. Basta fucking annoying guy. Palabas na ata yung Silk Song. Ooh, well, that's good. And actually, hindi sales, bro. It's more for you guys who have access to the game. Provided na wala kayong motion sickness, you should get it. Like, it's just, like I said, huge disservice to yourselves not to. Parang you're missing out. You're legit missing out. If ever there was a time that I'd say na you're missing half your life by not playing the game or a certain game, dito yon. This is where it applies the most. You guys have probably seen it. I mean, the amount of time I've spent streaming this game and convincing all of you guys to play it. You absolutely should. It's something else. It just sucks you in, and it just takes over. Kahapon, admittedly, I only realized it was 6 hours in when I was getting sleepy. That was it. Like, that was the only time I realized that I had been sitting here that long. Like my ass was festering in sweat na sa sobrang stress, and talagang and it was funny because I took a shower right before playing because I knew I was gonna need to be refreshed when I played, and then putang ina, one encounter after the other, and it just kind of sucks you in kasi sabi ko, if I quit, I'm gonna have to do all this shit again. Buti na lang rest mode worked. Medyo sugal siya for me, but at that point, I had already accepted na maybe master levels are not for my current skill level. Kasi kaya nga master levels eh. And even the loading screens show you, diba? Parang master levels are meant for the most seasoned players, blah, 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 diba? And it's true. Kasi if you haven't been learning what the game is forcing you to learn, wala, hindi mo matatapos. Pansinin nyo, I don't know if, I think si Vin and Dave are still online nun. Dun sa Double Marauder encounter, dun sa Acid Swamp, no? Doon ko lang sinimula yung matagal nang sinasabi ni Dave na timing ng pagsama ng grenade when you shoot the Marauder. And pansinin nyo, that was also the only time when I started dealing with this fucker na instead of dashing away when he does his green attack, I actually charge him head on and meet the green attack and shoot him and then unleash my combo. Ganon. So, yun nga, progressively learning how to deal with enemies. Parang the Arachnotrons kagabi, yung apat that spawn when you start the final encounter. Dati Arachnotrons, I'd still make an effort to try to snipe their turrets off just to neuter them a bit, no? Hindi, dito parang you have to do ballista, shotgun, ballista, and fucking glory kill if you can. Kasi wala kang choice eh. You don't have the luxury of time, diba? So the game puts added pressure, so it forces you to adapt new tactics and new strategies. Whereas earlier on in other parts of the game, okay, there's an Arachnotron, he's a million miles away, I'll just snipe the turret off and he's nothing, and then I can deal with everything else around him, diba? But in later encounters and in post-game content, you can't. Kasi the Arachnotron is gonna spawn and then may kasama siya mga boyfriend niya, diba? I mean, he's gonna spawn with fucking carcasses or with mancubi or with a whole army of fucking cyber mancubi, ganun. Parang ano eh, the game forces you to get good. Pero incrementally. Nakikita nyo naman eh, diba? I was able to start it on Hurt Me Plenty, and then I went up to Ultraviolence, and then eventually I decided, fuck it, let's just go Nightmare. Actually, nagbibiroan lang kami ni Dave doon. He's like, oh, you're not dying as much now, why don't you try Nightmare na? I'm like, yeah, why don't we? Ayun. And then it just kind of sucked me in. Parang once you start on Nightmare, you can't play it on a lower difficulty level na. I mean, Dave and si Under the Mayo are right there. Na you shouldn't let your pride get in the way of enjoying the game, diba? Pero in spite of all my anger and frustration and salt, no, I am enjoying the game on this difficulty. Parang I was telling Dave last night, nag-chat kami ng konti on Facebook after my stream kagabi, and he reminded me of that video nga which I had already seen. No? Where Under the Mayo, who's one of the foremost Doom streamers and content creators on YouTube, no, and on Twitch. Ano siya, he said, never let pride get in the way of enjoying the game. Yun nga, don't say, no, I have to do it on this difficulty. Pero for me, I really can't play it back on Ultraviolence simply because of the way my brain works, no? I develop bad habits eh. Pag I'm like, tangina, I'm not gonna die naman as easily here, so sige, magsuntukan tayo sa mga demons, ganon. Dave was telling me, hindi dapat ganon. Pero the problem is, my brain is wired kasi na ganon. Magre-react ako to what's going on screen. So if I'm not dying, I'm gonna keep doing whatever it is I'm doing. No? And it's very difficult for me to unlearn kasi ano na yun eh, parang that's been a habit of mine. Kumbaga parang sa fighting games, ang pinakasakit ko, because nga I developed it over such a long period of time, no, nagte-Tekken tag ako back in, 2000, 2001, ganon, is spam launcher, spam hopkick, everything, pauna ng launcher, ganon. Parang, it's a very bad habit, but for as long as it works on my opponent, gagawin ko. I'll stop doing it if I see it doesn't work on my opponent. Ganon. Pero, you know, bad habits kasi stick. So, I didn't want that for myself playing the game, no? So, kaya hindi ko binabaan yung difficulty. It's not out of pride or anything, but it's just because it's going to take me back to square one. And I've already developed, you know, medyo mabilis na ako mag-quickscope. You know, I still miss, pero mabilis na ako mag-quickscope, mabilis na ako mag-react, enemy weak points and all that. Not most. Mga siguro fairly enough of the encounters I know how to deal with. Like, I see these enemies spawn, I kind of know what to do, you know, or I know which weapons to use. It's yung thinking outside of that, which is when the enemies spawn with X, Y, and Z enemies, no? And how to deal with them in that specific combination, or which order to take them out in. Yeah, that's something I need to work on. Pero it's wala akong masabi. You know, you guys can probably tell at the end of my stream I talk so much about the game and, you know, what the whole experience has been like for me. Ang saya. It's just wow. God of War was the last game that sort of actually God of War was the last game that had combat that made me really focused. The last time I ever streamed or sat in front of a game for this long was God of War, when I was trying to perfect my laban kay Sigrun, no, to get my no damage. Kasi sabi ko, it's no damage or not at all. So even after I beat her, hindi ko sinave. Right after I killed her, dun sa death animation niya, ni-restart ko from checkpoint para lang pwede kong ulit-ulitin yung fight and keep practicing it until I got it na no damage, no. That was the first time in a while that I had done that. No? Even in Sekiro and in the other games, I didn't bother like learning how to perfect the game. Kumbaga, enjoyin ko lang, ganun. Pero yung a game that'll demand commitment from you and really challenge you to skill up, God of War was the most recent one. And then it was Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Zero Dawn. They're not really skill-based games, pero there's enough in there to keep you interested and make you want to get better at it then, diba? So that was like my last encounter with a game like that. And this just takes it to a whole new level. Kumbaga, now every game I play has to be this well thought out. Parang hirap. It'll be hard for me to go back to a game that isn't this well designed or this well thought out. Kasi it sets the bar so high. It just takes the bar and just chucks it way up there and sets it there and says, this is where game development in 2021 onwards should be. It's just something else. Wala. Nuts. DMC, hindi ko nga alam kung kung malalaro ko pa siya. I probably will eventually, pero I still want to get good at Doom muna until I'm significantly better. I don't think I'll be playing any other titles na require commitment din. Ayun si Grim yun si Grim, yung Grim Troop. Tama, Vin, thank you. I should play Hollow. Yeah. Hollow Knight's fun, Dave. It's not like Salt and Sanctuary in that you don't collect items na ini-equip. So hindi siya talaga hindi siya Metroidvania in the strictest sense kasi you don't really equip stuff. There are no stat allocations for builds and all. But yung mga yung artifacts, may relics or whatever, basta the runes that you have active doon, that's how you form builds, no? So parang one rune there extends the attack range of your nail. Yung nail yung sword mo eh. So it extends the attack range of that. Yung isa naman, it lets you charge your charged slash faster. Yung isa naman, it lets you heal double. Kasi yung healing doon, when you have to hold down a button. So parang nagcha-charge sa Dragon Ball. And then you're open to getting hit, no, while you're healing. Yung isa doon lets you heal 2 spheres of health instead of the usual na ano. Basta maraming builds na masaya. And it's difficult then to get the runes kasi they're very well hidden, and it's a long game. It's a pretty long game. I played it for about a month yata before I actually finished the game. You know, mahirap din siya. But anyway, guys, yun, this is probably the last challenge content I'm gonna do for a while. I'll still go online if you guys want to watch mga get good sessions ko sa Doom. You know, parang I'll do certain encounters and set restrictions on myself or whatever. Maybe I'll try the 1-up mode na sinasabi ni Dave. Pero this is the last of the post game content that's available currently. No? So hopefully the next master level comes out. It's gonna be Taras Nabad, which you guys probably saw na yung may Marauders sa simula pa lang, no? Where they first introduced the Archvile. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what kind of nasty surprises they put in there. No? I think, and this isn't confirmed because it wasn't specifically stated by Hugo Martin, but he did imply that future DLC content for base game, which is using all the vanilla maps, will not have DLC enemies or DLC weapons either. So the Doom Hammer isn't going to be in any of them, and there's not going to be any Bloodmakers or possessed demons or Screechers or yung armored barons. No, they're not going to be there. Kasi he was talking about it, and ang sabi niya was, it's so hard for them to design master levels now that they already introduced new enemies, because they're like, damn, this arena would be so intense if there were 2 possessed barons here, or if we put a possessed demon here and then a marauder, and then parang it kind of restricted what they could do in terms of creating the master levels. So master levels moving forward, I believe, based on that interview, will only have vanilla enemies in it and vanilla mechanics. No? So you'll have your Crucible, you'll have your BFG, you'll have access to whatever the fuck you unlocked in vanilla mode. Pero the monster types, the demon types, are all going to be yung mga nasa base game lang. So both good and bad. See David, I want to play a game with exploration. It looks like Immortals Phoenix Rising is good. Yun nga lang Ubisoft siya. So I don't know. You'll have to take that with a grain of salt. It looks good. No? It looks like a Breath of the Wild ripoff. Well, at least sabi mo nga, Dave, if they're ripping off a game, at least they're ripping off a good game. Hindi siya yung medyo shit na laro. But yeah, that might be something worth looking into. I'll look at the bargain bin stuff. Usually every now and then you'll find a gem there. Like a good game on sale. Parang ito, Dave got this during the holiday sale in 2020. So there's occasionally a good game or two in there. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I'm done. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll watch Dave's stream at 1:30. Abangan nyo na lang. He'll post the link on the group chat, and we can watch and see how it's actually done. Dave was joking kagabi. Ako daw yung man of sheer fucking will. Siya yung man of sheer fucking skill. Which is actually pretty accurate. It's pretty clever and it's pretty accurate too. But anyway, guys, salamat for having a peek and sticking around for me raving about the game. I think I spent more time talking about the game than playing it today. I'll be taking a break from playing today. It's going to be a bit of a relaxation day for me, and I'm also aging some of me and my daughter's pets on Roblox. So there's that. No. But I'm gonna take a quick breather. I'm gonna watch Dave play, and then after that, I'm gonna have a quick chat with my daughter. And we're gonna play some Roblox. Yeah. So there we go, guys. So far, all the DLC content is cleared. Thanks, Dave. See you guys. Maraming salamat ulit. Let's come chill again one time. Chill talaga, no? And then ang naririnig, puta ina, fuck this game. Yeah. See you guys. Maraming salamat ulit. Yep. Bye bye.